This is the stupidest case in Indonesia, and let me tell you why. Since early 2025, a bunch of Jokowi haters, led by former Minister Roy Suryo, decided to take one from Donald Trump's playbook. In one of the most brainless moves recorded in Indonesian history, he accused Jokowi, the previous president, of having faked his diploma. The problem is, he did this after Jokowi was no longer president. And this is exactly why this case is so stupid. What do you gain from proving if the previous president has a fake diploma? You honestly think we're going to dismantle the bullet train just because the president has a fake diploma and we just built and refunded to China? I would honestly ignore this issue, but for the life of me, I cannot. Because there are people out there who genuinely believe that this man faked his diploma to get where he is right now. Like, do you seriously believe that? In order to become president, Jokowi obviously had to go through layers of background check. Let's talk about the steps of when exactly in his life does his diploma play a role. First, he attended his own university's graduation where obviously he received his diploma and people can actually see him receiving his diploma. Like the rector would give him the diploma straight into his hand, and I believe there's also pictures of it. So there are definitely classmates and university friends that witness him receiving this diploma.
But Buzzer, do you honestly believe them? Jokowi could have paid them all out.
Okay, right. If you make that argument, then we'll ask the university instead. Jokowi goes to Gajah Mada University to study forestry.
But Buzzer, Pratikno, the previous Kappa rector, is Jokowi's right-hand man. They can't be trusted.
Right, okay. So if that won't convince you, then the struggle party should. The struggle party had to background check Jokowi before he became the mayor of Surakarta.
But Buzzer, the struggle party might be on for this one.
Yeah, they're maybe on with Jokowi in this one to cover their embarrassment for having to back this guy up. But before being president, Jokowi obviously had to submit his credentials.
But Buzzer, Jokowi could have just paid out the kapel.
God damn it. If you don't trust the election commission, the struggle party, or the university to which Jokowi went to, who had released a statement saying that Jokowi is part of their alumni, then who exactly do you trust in this republic? And this is a huge problem now in Indonesia because there's an eroding trust on institution. People are just so angry that they'll just believe what they want to believe. Roy Suryo, with his flimsy methodology and logic, has managed to sway a lot of people into believing that Jokowi's university diploma is fake. This man is visibly a professional rage baiter, and I'm so baffled as to how people cannot see it. I seriously cannot see any other angle to this madness than this is just part of a huge ploy to delegitimize Gibran as the vice president of Indonesia. And I think that makes huge sense since with Prabowo's gang consolidating power over Indonesia, no one is going to try and dethrone Prabowo if they want to win. So the closest second highest position everyone will try to covet is obviously the office of the vice presidency. And I think so far the only person to covet Gibran's position seems to be Agus Yudhoyono or Ahaye. And this is reinforced by many of the attacks on Jokowi's camp on social media seem to come from SBA's camp, such as Roy Suryo, who was the previous minister of whatever, I forgot, and Dino Patijalal, the previous deputy minister of foreign affairs. I mean, honestly, people can argue that if Jokowi can present his diploma in public, that would definitely put a stop to this case. But knowing that this is an attack, a political attack even, directed towards Gibran, detractors won't stop even though they're literally given irrefutable evidence as to the authenticity of Jokowi's diploma on their face. Because in the end, this is all just a political game. And if you guys actually think this is an issue that needs solving, I think you guys should find better hobbies to focus on instead. We literally have a disaster going on in Sumatra, which the government seem to adamantly refuse to call it a national disaster and treat it as such. And we literally have kids being poisoned by free meals in Indonesia. But I don't know why various news outlets, even content creators, keep pouring gas into this trash dump fire. This is a problem that isn't of any importance to anyone's life because really it won't do us any good or change our lives whether we prove Jokowi's diploma is real or not. What is that actually going to achieve? Jokowi won't definitely go to jail if his diploma is fake. It can't stop a flood going on in Sumatra. It can't save children from bad quality food. It can't refund the bullet train that China gave to us. And I can't seriously believe how anyone who's intellectual, informed, and educated can buy into this slop of an issue. But to my surprise, a lot of people actually believe in this. And when confronted with evidence of the opposite, all they can say is no, what we believe is real. Their trust in the government is so low that their consistency to logic is lacking. In a way, one can see this as a huge slap in the face for the government to start building public accountability and trust once more. So I honestly think Indonesia should just move on from this case and ignore anything that develops out of it. Because continuing this case makes us a huge laughingstock to the rest of the world. But this is a PA for all Indonesians to completely abandon nonsense like this slop because we know how it's going to end and it's actually not going to change anything. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and feel free to join my Discord server where we can talk about politics, and I'll see you in the next show.